What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Thank you for stopping in. If you are new here to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. I'd love to have you. Before you guys head out, give the video a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And if you have time, leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. So I'm trying a different camera angle tonight, just to try something new, see if it's better, see if it's worse, see if it's worth throwing in, opposed to just always doing the same tabletop review straight down. I wanted to see if maybe this would also work. I'm just trying different things out, so we will see what happens. You guys leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. We are doing an overview of the Concept Goblin XL. Now, this is something I've had in my collection for quite a while, actually. I got this knife pretty much the week that these were released. I went and snagged the bead blasted titanium blue anodized hardware, and this has an uncoated satin S35 VN sheep's foot blade. Uh, in my opinion, this is, if not Concept's best model, it's very close. It's very well done. The price is not too shabby for what you're getting and the size that this guy is. We will get into all of that here. Now, I used this quite a bit when I first got it, but it's kind of been sitting in the knife case for quite a little while now. Typically, if I'm going to be carrying a bigger knife, I usually kind of gravitate towards my Gungnir, my gripper. Now, I do pull this one out occasionally, but it it really hasn't been getting a lot of use. So I will be putting this one up for sale. I've actually sent this. A couple people have asked me if I've had any titanium frame locks that have a decent steel that I'm getting rid of, and so there's some people that are interested in it. If you are interested in this knife, let me know. It is not being held for anyone right now. The couple of people that I sent this knife to, uh, it was just done recently, and there just hasn't been a response back yet. Most likely because uh, they haven't even gotten the email yet. This was via email, so I just figured I would throw that out there. I am going to be doing this review, and then I'm going to be putting it up for sale. So we will start like we always do and go tip to butt. So as I said, this has an awesome looking sheep's foot blade. Very nice and long. It's got just a little tiny bit of belly here. Not much. It's got a nice, it's almost nice and straight, but it has just this little tiny bit of curve here. You have this nice thick spine, which will aid in strength for the blade. It's nice and tall, so it gives it the ability to have good slicing geometry. It does thicken up here and then come down to a nice thick tip, which will make this guy great for draw cuts, getting in behind strapping or some sort of seat belt, you name it, this will get in behind it and it will not have any issue doing so. It does have a satin S35 VN blade. This is a chunk of S35. Now, this was designed by Marshall Noble. You can see his maker's mark right there on the back. The lighting is kind of poor in a sense, which is why I kind of wanted to try this new angle out, just to see what it would look like. I was going to do kind of like a face-to-face type review, but I'm not really thrilled with doing a face-to-face review because it's not. Some people do like those types of reviews, but even still, I want the videos to be about the products and not about me per se. Uh, so I kind of I won't really be doing a whole lot of face-to-face type reviews. Maybe once in a while I will, but the goal here is to show the product, let people know about it, give the specs on it, and just, let you guys decide on what you think. If it's a good buy, if it's, whatever, if it's something that's for you, and I don't need to be in the video. If you're that interested in me being in the video, then you can come to one of the live streams, which are Mondays and Saturdays. So we will keep going. This has a very well designed opening hole here. It's nice and elongated. It is wider here and then it gets thinner. I have found that it doesn't really matter where you are on this knife as far as opening it. If you look there, I'm at the very bottom of the hole, and you can flick it from the bottom of the hole. You can flick it from the middle of the hole, and then obviously you can flick it from the top of the hole, which is going to be where your most strength is going to come from. Even though this is a frame lock, you can thumb flick this guy out masterfully. The way they have this chamfered out here, your thumb just kind of rides along the scale, and then your thumb will ride along that scale and then just pop that guy right out. And then you can do it from the bottom and the middle as well with your thumb. The top flipper tab has a nice amount of jipping on it, and it comes up perfectly to the point where you can just do your normal rollover front flip with your thumb. You can do the pointer finger rollover. You can do it slowly like that, or you can do it fast. It has, the detent is a little lighter, but that's because it is a large knife. It is a front flipper, so the detent is just a little lighter than some of your standard frame locks, but it's not. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. You could strengthen it up a little bit by just, take it apart and push the lock bar inward ever so slightly, and that will help increase the detent strength. But I would leave it alone. It's perfect if you want to use this guy as a front flipper or a top flipper. Uh, this knife for a frame lock it's a fidget beast. For the size, uh, it's really well done. Concept knocked this out of the park. It's a good size. It's not. It looks bigger than it carries. Um, I have large hands, and my whole hand takes up this grip area, and it it looks bigger. I think it's because it's so tall here and here in the blade. It just makes it look a lot bigger than it really is. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a big knife. Overall length with this tip coming down, you're coming in at about 8.5 inches. So it is a big boy. You have three 3 and a 16th of cutting edge, and then you are at 3.5 inches of total edge. So it's a big boy, but it really does not carry that way. The pocket clip is really unique. It is mostly deep carry. You do have this little tip right here that will be sticking out, but that really aids in getting this guy out of your pocket. This is titanium, and it is very well done. It goes into the pocket very easily and stays secure in the pocket, and it comes out of the pocket surprisingly easy. You do have these 3 little milling lines there in the pocket clip, and then, as I said earlier, all of the hardware is either dark blue anodized, or the back spacer and the clip are more of like a lighter blue. So it kind of gives some contrast with this stone washed, bead blasted, sand blasted titanium. It really looks good. Now there is different versions of this knife, different colors and whatnot. I believe they have coated blades, and then they have different colored titanium. But there's just something about this neutral look with a little bit of contrast that looks very good. Before I even was considering putting this up for sale, I had people asking me about selling this and whatnot, and at the time I wasn't really interested in selling it because I do like this knife. But as I've said here in the recent past, I need to be able to let go of these knives. It's not because they're not good or they're not great. A lot of these knives are very well done. But if I want the channel to grow and I want to have new products come in, I need to take what I have, do an overview of it, do a review of it, and move it along. And then get new things to replace it. Whether that's taking a premium or a mid-tier premium knife and selling it and then getting another mid-tier premium knife, or if it's taking a $50 budget knife and selling that to get another $50 budget knife that's different, that I haven't had on the channel, then that's what I'm gonna do. I want the channel to do well. I want it to be successful. I want you guys to see new things, learn new things. And I won't be able to do that if I basically just show what I have and then kind of keep it at that. Uh, you know, Eventually I would run out and there would be nothing left and I would be at a stalemate. So that is ultimately the reason why I'm gonna move this guy. This is something, before I bought it, I was in love with this thing. You don't see much that looks like this. It's very unique in its design, how it's designed, the way the handle is, the way it has this nice elongated sheep's foot blade here. It just comes down so nice. The sheep's foot is done very well. You got that nice chunk of S35 VN. This thing is, to say it's a slicing machine is kind of an understatement. This thing is a machine when it comes to cutting. We will just take some regular notebook paper here and watch this guy go to work. This is the factory edge. Now, when I say I use this, I used it, but not to the point of there's no marks on it whatsoever. It has the factory edge on it, and the factory edge, being in that S35, is still slicier than hell, as you can see. Yeah, I would say the edge is held up very well. I only have a couple of concepts, but the couple that I do have, the edges are really well done. The geometry is very well done. The aesthetics are well done. Everything just seems very well done. Concept just doesn't put out a bunch of new models all the time. And, that's why you don't really see much of them, because they really don't put a whole lot out. I would say over the last 2 or 3 years, they've had 2 or 3 winners, and then everything else was just kind of, a pocket knife. The Main Street is probably their most sold knife, I would guess, which is a great knife. But the Predatal and the Goblin series are probably the other couple that, have done very well. And then I think there's maybe one other one that I'm forgetting. But if you are looking for a titanium frame lock that's large to extra large, it's got S35 VN steel, multiple ways of deployment, a slicier than all get out blade. This has great access to the lock bar. The flipper tab can be accessed in all ways. This hole can be used in all ways as well. When I first got this, I was completely in love with this knife, and I still am. I do really like it. It really reminds me of the Gungnir in the future, almost like a futuristic Gungnir. Uh, that's almost exactly what it is. Uh, but it's a great knife, and I really don't want to part with it, but like I said, it's something that I'm gonna just have to do and suck up and just deal with it and turn it into something else. And then I'm gonna have to turn that into something else. So it just kind of is what it is. It comes with the nature of starting a channel. Now, I could just not have that mindset, show what I have, and keep it at that, but I don't see growth in that, and I want the channel to grow, the community within my channel to grow, and I want it to do well. And I think the key to that is keeping things fresh. And so that is kind of the plan that I am going with and sticking with. So, with that being said, if you guys hung out for the whole review, I really appreciate it. I love you. I know they tend to run long because I can't shut my app, but some people really like long form content. I know I do. You know, I like a 10-minute video, but I really like a 15, 20-minute video, sometimes even a 30-minute video. So if you're not interested in long form content, I have hundreds of shorts you can go watch. Go scope those out. Anyway, and I do have shorter long form content, but typically they run 15, 20 minutes, and that's just how it is. No matter what I do, they're gonna be 15 minutes typically. So with that being said, thank you guys. Hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And if you're still here and you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. And I will catch you guys later.